all through here, right? And it dropped, right? This is your bottom zone. I like to use zones, but here's your, your support resistance, however you want to draw it. And it breaks, right? Then on the 15, what we see here is a break, a big break, right? Come back up here and retest, right? Reject it off the EMA as well, off the zone, doji, it's continuing to drop down, right? So with UJ, what I primarily look at for the most part is it's going to be a double bottom or double top. So all right, one. So rule one with this strategy, it's a little bit more active. So with gold, you're going to have 2 to maybe 4 trades a week, depending on, consolidation, depending on, the market, obviously, right? So with UJ, it's basically you can do it a few times a day, right? At least once, maybe twice a day. What's that? All right, rule one is going to be, find your zone. That's like the key of everything with naked forex. Find your zones. All right, if you're on the 1 hour, you're on the 4 hour, right? So the 4 hour, the higher the time frame, the stronger the zones, right? So you can do the 4 hour. It's still what I like to do is basically trade my gold, right, strategy, and then I'll trade off the 4 hour because it's a little bit less time consuming in the sense of in the sense of having to check every hour to see if the break, the retest, get your entry, right? With UJ, it's pretty simple in the 4 hour as it gets. So rule one is find your zones. All right. Like today's trade is a little bit different. Obviously, it's a breakout, but for this, it's primarily on reversals because you have basically 2 options on the zone. You have a break and retest, right? Option 1, break and retest, or option 2, reverse, right? It's going to make one of those moves off that zone. It's like a ping pong, right? It's either going to go through the wall or whatever, or it's going to reject, right? 2. So rule 2, right? Very simple, double top / bottom, right? With I'll make that 2 different ones, right? Double top, double bottom. Very simple. Very, 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 very simple, right? 3 is doji. All right, doji is your best friend. All right. So give you some examples. All right. A few different ways you can't find your zones. I think someone dropped a supply and demand zone indicator. If that works for you, use that. Whatever works. The way if I didn't know where to find it, a different way besides that is go to the sharp points, right? A little bit, get them right on there, maybe. There we go. All right. So I'm just marking up some random sharp points. This is your supply, demand, support, resistance, top, bottom, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to get some locations where a lot of sharp points touch because that means it's a stronger zone, right? So I got them randomly spread out through here. We'll go back to candlestick, right? Remember, we're on the 4 hour, right? So basically, you're looking for a double top, double bottom, right? Rule 1, find your zones, right? Rule 1 is complete, right? Double top, double bottom, right? Rejection, right? Or break and retest and, double bottom. However it construes, right? Third rule is the doji, right? Doji is a form of reversal. If it's going in one direction, right, it's going to go the other once it appears, right? This is as basic as it gets, right? Price comes down, all right, boom. It rejects off a doji here, comes back up. You got 4 dojis here in a row, all right? This is like as buy can get, all right? Price goes up, right? You could take profit anywhere through here, 60 pips, 50 pips, whatever, right? Comes back and down and retest. and goes ultimately for 80 pips. So you could have swung that. I'm not a swing trader. I'm getting my 50, getting out. It retests again, rejects. I'm going to get it again, right? So this is a 4-hour window, all right? So the times to basically get on to check your chart, and this kind of works a little bit better if you're sleeping, right? Because you have 4 hours for that candle to form, right? So price comes up. This is the 4 hours. So you're going to have, this is like one, on the 4 hours, basically like one setup a week. You can, or probably 2 or 3 actually. So this one has 2. Yes, this one has 2. So it just depends on the week. Where you drop to the 1 hour, you might have 2 or 3 a day. You might drop to the 30, you might have, 3-ish a day. I don't really trade on the 5, 15 or anything like that though, but it works on any time frame. You still want to find your zones though, right? Right, price comes up, it breaks a little bit, comes through, right? Here's your second one. Rejection, comes up for a second touch, right? 2 dojis here. You can enter here, enter both, whichever. Ooh, 60 pips. All right, I call this the ping pong method. All right, it hits this wall, comes down, goes up. Look at that, a doji again. You got 3 dojis, 1 doji way down here on the zone. Boom, right, 30 pips. 2, 3 positions, that's 100 pips, all right? Comes back down here, a third touch. All right, you got like 3-ish dojis here. Boom, 60 pips. So you have a triple bottom, right? So you got 30, 40 here, right? You got, 50, 60 here, all right? Look at price here. I would not sell this, obviously it does go down, but you don't, there's no other strong zone to the left, so it's kind of by itself, it's bare, right? What does price do here? Boom, comes back down, it rejects, it touches again, forms a doji, and then it shoots 80 pips, all right? 80 pips in 4 hours. This is an ugly double bottom, but nonetheless, boom, rejects, comes up, goes back down, takes off. All right, this is probably a week-ish, 4 days. Let's see, this is the 12th, and back over here is the 16th. So about 4 days later, right, including the weekend. So this is probably like from Thursday to Tuesday. So it's kind of basically the time frame you're going to have it on the 4 hour, like a Thursday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Friday, something like that, right? What's price do? It rejects, comes up, comes back down, doji, 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 right? And then ultimately goes for 70-some pips, right? What does price do up here? All right, it rejects, a double top, doji right here, you enter, instant profit, 100, no, it's 100, what am I talking about? 60 pips. Let me get to that. So you're just going from zone to zone, zone to zone. All right, price comes down here. There's a lot of, what do you call this, consolidation, right? So you can do, see what we got on the 1 hour. So where are we at? This is today. There we go, we're on profit. So we'll just kind of go backwards. All right, so comes up here, right? We have a double top up here. This is, I think, this is last night. Cool. So this is where I got in last night. Price came up, it rejected, came back up, right, and then dropped. I think this was 100 pips. 57. No, it's about half. So 50 pips here, all right? You can come back in. There's a doji here. This is just kind of like added, not really advanced. It's just, with experience, you're going to have a big drop. You're going to have a retrace around the EMA. You're looking for it to drop again, all right? So what do you see here? A cross, a doji, a spinning top, whatever you want to call it. Or that'd be a naked forex, right? Price is going up. Doji, that means reversal, right? Then it drops. You want to trade with momentum, right? Or, right, you want to trade the reversal. So kind of pick which one you want, what you're looking for, right? So have in mind when price gets to a zone, right, or basically figure out what you're looking for in the sense of a breakout, right, break and retest, or a reversal. Look for the dojis, right? Look for confirmation. Vectors, another form of confirmation, is not really part of a strategy, but to show you, right, when you have 3 wicks, like here, and doji, right, so you have 3 wicks right here going to one side, right? So if you have 3 wicks pushing to one side, it's going to shoot the other way, especially within doji here. All right, this could be a double bottom here as well. All right, touch here, comes up. This is ugly as hell, but nonetheless, I mean, there's no doji there. So it comes down here, pushes for the second double bottom, 50 pips. All right. I don't like anything in there. All right, so I've never looked. Well, there's a double top right there. All right, so every time, basically my mindset, right, is I'm looking for that first touch and rejection. That's like the number one thing I'm looking for, right? A test on a zone, a rejection, and then I'm looking honestly just to see if it's going to test again. What's it do right here? It rejects. That's not a doji. This one is, right? You could sell it, boom, 10, 15 pips, right? Not much. But look at what it does again. A third touch, and this is like a perfect doji here, right? 0 drawdown, 40 pips. All right, with UJ, you're going to shoot for less pips because it doesn't move that much in a day. All right, that's why it's really good with retracing because not just retracing, but reversals with the double bottom, double top, essentially, is because UJ ranges a lot. Right, it doesn't move. It takes 2 or 3 days to actually move out of a range. Right, so it's really good to go back and forth, back and forth. All right. Right here, this would be an annoying trade, but all right, price comes up here, it dojis, right? That's the first one. Comes down, goes over here. Right, this would be a double top at this point because everything to the right's not here. But you have a sell here, and this would be so annoying. All right, ultimately, it goes for 50. You can get out, really, wherever you see fit. This is doji, 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 doji. I mean, you could do – that's just confirmation after confirmation. That comes down and retest, this is like a screaming sell, if you will. All right, so as long as you stick to the rules – I think I deleted them. The 3 rules, right – you're going to have success because the thing is, how do you determine 30-30? I just do 30-30. You can kind of cater it to your zones if you think, you can grasp the next zone or figure out, where it goes. I like, honestly, just to keep it simple, right? Just like my goal strategy, 50-50. My second position. So I always do 2 positions, right? Always do 2. So with this, what I would do is 30-30, right? And then on the second position, have a trailing stop at 25 pips, right? And then on the trailing stop in the second position, have an open TP, right? So let it ride, right? So where were we? So for like here, right? I think both positions was 50. Yeah, so your first position gets knocked out right here. You have a trailing stop, and this one is still running. That's a smaller move, all right? But if you have like a, one might go for 100, 200, 300. I'm trying to find one. Here's a decent one. There we go, double top, all right? Comes back up. There's nothing. This is a fat doji, but nonetheless. 68 pips, 70 pips, let it ride. Comes back up here. Probably get out right here when it semi-breaks the EMA. Use the EMA to ride out. The only thing I use EMA, I guess for added confirmation after, obviously, so I enter here and then it breaks the EMA. That's like a self sign. I don't use it so much for confirmation because it's very weak confirmation. Because as you see here, what did it do? It broke and then came and continued, right? It could have, do that if I base all my analysis off that. But it's just added fluff, so to speak, right? What does it do? Then it finally breaks, move your stop loss, say it's up here, just scale in, and then finally, hits that break at, 50 pips, whatever. Do you guys have any questions so far? So in terms of frequency, it's 1 or 2 reversal setups. Like per what? Per day, per week? Daily, I would say the 1 hour, you're going to have at least one. It's not guaranteed, but what I do for UJ is trade. I don't trade right now, I do. So 8 to 10, 8 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern, Asian session, I'll look for the setup. Like right now, a broken retest. So that's why I took UJ. I'll look at it, see what's up. If there's nothing there, I'm not going to force it. And then 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern is my trading plan for UJ. And then gold, obviously the breakout, that can happen anywhere from 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern to 3 in the mornings. Basically the summer slows down. So, then it picks back up in late August, September, right? So from January till basically May, it's booming, right? It's a lot of volatility. The moves are crisp, they're nice. And then June, July, it slows down, right? And then August, it picks up a little bit. And then September, October, November are basically up until Thanksgiving. Yeah. So for gold, all right. All right, so we're on the 1 hour. All right. I'm looking to break right here. All right, so here's my downtrend. Here's my top zone. All right, notice it touched the high here. I'm respecting the wicks. All right. Get this a little bit cleaner. There we go. All right. So let me zoom in. My phone down? Oh. So basically what I'm looking for is either a drop from here, or it's going to break this trend, break this zone, and continue the upside. All right. So it's going to break this zone, break. Let me show you. It's going to do one of these. I remember it has 2 options on the zone. That's why you corner price. You corner price to a point where it has no wiggle room. It's either going to do one or 2 things. All right. If this drops, it could stay in this little flag thing. That's why I don't like if this sell, if it breaks here, it's going to be a sell. It's 45 pips. It's not too bad. It's just, I just don't like trading inside of the zone with gold. That's just personal, experience. It's just really funky. It messes, it doesn't respect, the support resistance because it's caught in this little wave. It can come down here and reject off this and go back up. Right, so gold does what it wants, but you catch the big moves with it when it breaks out. That's where you catch the 100, 200, 300 pip moves. When it's in consolidation, it'll go up 50, go down 50, go up 50, go down 50. And then also, it could reverse at either of these spots and then, play around. So I'm looking for a buy. I'm probably, even if it breaks here, I probably won't sell. I'm already in UJ. I'm selling UJ, obviously. If the trade goes as planned, that means gold goes up. So I'm looking for a buy. So here's the overall. And this is the thing. You have a downtrend, right? Trend is I don't want to say everything, but right here on the 4 hour, what it do? It broke. It's pushing down. If this closes, don't close till 1. So if this 4 hour close, no, it might be 10 o'clock for gold. when this 4 hour closes, right, this is a break, retest, doji, right? If price is going down and dojis, I mean, it's going to go up. So, I mean, I don't like guessing where price goes, but I would say it's going to turn around bullish, right? If you look at the weekly, it's at a weekly, what do you call it? Support zone, key level, whatever. All right. And if you see this, it already filled that wick, right? Wicks with momentum fill it, but it filled it right here with this wick. All right. So it could continue down here to about 1205, give or take. I always round them. There we go. 1205.2, 1205 flat, whatever. All right. And fill this wick completely. We got 3 days left, right? There's a little here that gives me a hesitation. All right. That's going to be a sell. So that's why I don't like thinking where it's going to go. All right. Just act, it could reject, I'll probably put a small position here off the break and retest. It just doesn't fit my rules though. It fits, naked Forex. But I primarily do that with UJ, break and retest, reversals. So this would be a reversal, right? This is a wick, right? Say this closes like halfway. That's a doji, right? It's a doji on a trend, meaning what? Reversal. Same thing last night? Yeah, last night. Thing. I called this out in one of my chats, right? Doji right here. Price is going up, doji, and it tanked. Right, 70 pips. I missed it, but I think I fell asleep, actually. I was annoyed. Because you put this little flag on here, right? It came down here, respected, basically hit this zone down here. I was annoyed I didn't take that trade. But yeah, that's some thoughts on gold. You can snipe in here if you want. Get 30, 40, might drop, I'm going to put a runner in if it does. So smaller position here on the retest. My first take profit, probably actually here. First take profit here. Second right there. Or sorry, no second. And a runner, right? So stop loss and profit. See if it drops to 12 or 1105. 12, 12, yeah. 1205, there we go. Yeah. You guys have any questions? Where'd the thing go? Let me go over a little bit more UJ, gold. Oh. Yes, the strategy, the trading plan is literally there for you to take away all the emotion, to take away all of the what you think is going to happen, right? It's there for you to really just follow the rules, apply the rules, because it's proven to work. It's back tested, a lot. So if you follow the rules, right, it takes the pressure off you. It takes, what you think, what you feel, all the emotion out the window, right? So best 8 to 10, I look for the setup. 8 to 10 at Eastern at night, and then we have New York. GBP is London. USD or UJ, right, is USD, which is New York, and then the yen, which is Tokyo. Cool. Added confirmation, like I said, you can throw that in there with vectors. Vectors, you have trend line. That's very important. Understanding where price is, because if you're looking to buy or sell, if you're looking to go against trend, you have to basically look for the big move to the upside, right? So for instance, right here, we have a massive downtrend, right? So we need it to break here and trend. So two things, right? If this breaks here, this is a doji, right? just like here, what did price do here? It broke, it retests, and even though it closed way down here, right, it still came up here and hit that zone. See what I'm saying? So this is a key level where it could break, retest, right? Retest this is going down, doji. So if price is going down at doji, that means it's going to go up. But it might only go up, 20 some pips. But if it breaks this down, we're going bullish for a good while. Weekly, because it's just been nasty bearish. We got a few minutes left. Yeah, so basically, Juan, in the mornings Eastern, correct? I just look for, it doesn't mean I'm trading during that whole time. It's just literally I'm looking for the setup. Once I see the setup, I'm moving on with my day. I enter, I move on. Right. Do you have any questions over a trading plan, trading journal, the rules, anything? I'll do a few. Yeah, one setup a day. That's all you need. Where people fail is they overtrade, right? They trade over and over and over and over and over. There's a few people that I know that are really good traders that have success with that, but most people just end up losing, right? So I'll do gold for a few examples as well. Fit some examples in, right? You're looking for 2 GMT, right? 2 GMTs right here. All right, you're looking for the closest support resistance above and below. Nice. Oh shit. Here's your consolidation. All right, 2 GMTs is doji. All right, this is the closest support. Notice price breaks. You got a floor, whatever you want to call it, right? The closest resistance is right here. All right, consolidation. This is the gas station. Right, cars have to move one way or the other, right, to get where they're going. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down, right? So what does price do? It consolidates for a few hours, it breaks, it retests, and goes for 200 pips, right? Same scenario here, right? You're just finding the consolidation. All right, you can throw your trend on here. Ultimately goes right here, comes back in here. So you're adjusting it because there's no move yet. It's just consolidating. So here it wicks and then it breaks. So that would be your second touch. All right. Boom, boom, break, retest. So once it breaks, you can put a limit in. All right, buy limit, sell limit, whatever. I always put it, if I do a pending, I always do it a little bit above or below the support or resistance, right? Because spread takes in accountability or accountable, and then also, there's no clear-cut exact point where it's support resistance, right? Because obviously it's the whole wick range, right? Then it goes for 100 and some pips. Say your stop loss is here. All right, once price hits your first take profit, you just scale in, scale in, scale in. At the end of the day, I would close it and just rinse and repeat. Right here, got 2 GMT right here. Boom, boom. All right, you can throw your trend on there as well. Notice it breaks. It's either going to hit this and reject and drop, or it's going to hit it, break, just like today or tonight, whatever, right? Or it depends where you live. You have a downtrend, right? You have price looking to break, but you got to figure out if it's going to break, retest, 80 pips, right? 13.16 Sunday. This is a little sloppy and ugly, but all right, price here. It breaks. It retests. Drops for 70. And you're just doing the same thing over and over and over. This example, stop loss gets hit, break even. All right, first off, it breaks, comes up here, retest, 25 pips, and then reverses. So this one will be either, if you move your stop loss and profit, it's going to be a loss, right? You have a beautiful double top here. And this fits the UJ strategy too. Boom, you got a doji right here. It breaks, a retest, easy sell. All right, you're just doing the same whole thing every day. All right, you can put your zone here, here. I would honestly put it right here. All right, break, retest. There's a lot of nonsense through there. Then 70 pips. Same thing. Boom, boom. 2 GMTs right here. This one just doesn't retest. It just drops. All right, so you're either not going to get the call or the move, or you're going to just get one position in. It started Tokyo. 1. Yeah, the wicks tell a story. That's your zone. That's your range of the wick. Oh my goodness. I think I got all the questions. Questions about anything? Candles, UJ, gold, strategy, rules, plan. Alrighty, guys. So implement. I would have a trading plan as well. I just said that. Have a trading journal. That way you can record your trades, kind of see where you're lacking, where you're doing well. Maybe you're really good at breakouts and you can't identify dojis, for whatever reason. Vice versa. Maybe you're really good. No. The accuracy might go down. I've never tested it. So, doji is reversal, but with the accuracy, I'm all about accuracy. That's just my thing. So I'm not sure. I've never tested just on just the one doji. But on a trading plan, that'll help you keep you accountable. That way you're writing it down. It's like a checklist, right? This is why I entered, right? It's a double top. There's a doji. And yeah, that's the rules, right? Same thing with gold, right? It broke your zone, right? It retest and it moved, right? That way you can see like, oh shoot, I'm over leveraging or I'm not entering when I'm supposed to. You should never be entering when the candle is not closed, right? So like if it retests, right? The candle, unless you put a limit in, right? Obviously. I always do price action. If I obviously I'm not, I'm asleep, whatever. If I put a limit in, I'll get a wick entry. Oh, shit. Alrighty, guys. Well, if there's no more questions, we got little time. And we'll see the moves tonight. Let me know if you have any questions. And then we'll catch gold and UJ. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all, and we'll chat soon.